Hello and welcome to another video. Today's video is the building of the Let's Play City Living model's house or apartment, I guess. So I wanted all of the girls to have their own individual rooms. And while building, I realized I couldn't quite have them all lined up the way I wanted to. And so I decided to put bathrooms between each of the girls' rooms to make it a little bit more exciting. Actually, this apartment kind of bugs me because the room I just created has one tiny window and I really should have made it the bathroom, but I didn't. So it's a bit of a bummer for this particular apartment. But here we are just looking around at the designs. It's a really big apartment. So it's 5 bedrooms with all 5 girls, although this completely changes later on. I don't like the space. So for now this is the design, but after furnishing a big bunch and doing wallpaper and setting up the kitchen, I just completely take out some of the rooms and some of the girls end up sharing. So here we are now deciding on wallpaper. I wanted to keep this at the starter home price that they began with. So we're going quite cheap, but I still want it to look nice. But kind of like they've rented out an apartment and they can't change a lot. So not necessarily the kind of things that would normally get chosen or put in. So for instance, they couldn't change the wallpaper, which is a little harsh on the eyes, but I kind of enjoyed the way they worked being so different. And also, originally we had 5 bathrooms, which furnishing 5 bathrooms takes up a lot of money. So here I am putting in the doors, and I thought the bathrooms would look very cute if the doors went, between the girls' rooms. So instead of out from the hallway, I thought, oh, it should really be so the girls walk into each one from their bedrooms. So we're just putting it in, and this one on the end actually has 2 really close bathrooms, so that will be really nice for her. Same with the one on the other end. So we're just putting in the flooring now. I did realise afterwards that with the 5 bathrooms, each girl just could have had an ensuite, but I didn't feel it was fair with some of the larger bathrooms. I mean, there's two large bathrooms, a medium-sized bathrooms, and 2 smaller bathrooms. And it didn't seem quite fair that some of the girls have larger bathrooms than other girls in the place. I'm rambling. I'm just really excited about this Let's Play. I'm really wanting to get it over with, which is why you've had so many setup episodes back to back going over everything that has to do with this Let's Play. So I do apologise if it's got a bit hard and you really want to see the start of it, but it is coming, I promise. We're just having to get through all of the setup, and I really hope you're enjoying watching the builds and the cast makeovers. I wanted this bathroom to be a little bit more girly, so we're just choosing some flowers. When you move into a place, you do get to furnish it yourself. Some places anyway. I know you can get fully furnished apartments, which might look quite nice if that's the kind of thing you're interested in. So we're just putting in some towels at the moment. Yeah, I mean, bathrooms are pretty hard to find as interesting. And we're just throwing in a rug here to kind of spruce the place up a little bit. Oh, I absolutely love that fitness pack rug. It looks good when you make it a bigger size. It looks good if it's normal size. I really like it. I use it in a lot of my builds. It just looks quite modern and simple. So we're just adding in the bathroom now. I decided to go with something a little bit cheaper. Money's not easy. You've got to put 5 double beds in at the start, but then obviously it's not going to stay that way. So here I am doing bathroom number 3 of the house, making these two look absolutely identical. Adding in some nice mirrors. And we're about to move on to bathroom number 4, which also gets a bath. Oh, does it get a bath, or did I skip a bath? So we're just putting in counters, furnishing the place, making it look really nice. I mean, I did want this to kind of look like a high-end loft. The girls splurged out, wanted to feel fabulous, moving away from countries and small towns and just feel like they were living the high-class life, despite the fact that it's going to be rough and they might not be able to afford the place as well at the start. They will feel good about having, living in a nicer place. They've given up a lot to come here and be models. They don't want to feel a little bit less successful when they first move there. Even though it'll be rough and they'll struggle, the girls will push through it. They'll make it work. So we're just adding all the beds in. We do change the colours of the beds. They're not all going to be that very harsh, very pink look. Adding in some private furniture. I wanted the place to feel a little bit unfurnished. As the Let's Play goes on, I want the house to fill up more and more with the different girls' personalities. So at the moment, it's like they're moving into a brand new, fully furnished apartment that has everything they already need in it and they don't have to do anything. So at this point, I was getting quite low on money. And I was starting to think about ways to make them a little bit richer so that we could afford to put more in, and I thought a bar was a must-have. These girls love entertaining. They'll be throwing a lot of parties, and I think it's important that they have the right kind of furniture to look the way they want to look. So we're adding a dining room table in now, a nice big dining room table. I mean, there are 5 girls themselves, plus the fact that they'll be entertaining guests will make things a lot more full around the apartment, which is a good thing. I don't think it's a negative thing at all. So we've just come over to put in the small living room. At this point, fingers crossed we can make everything work and afford it and it won't be absolutely terrible. So we're just putting in this TV. Oh, I couldn't afford a TV. I think I skipped that and I put it in at the end. Yeah, so here I decided I can't afford a bathroom and took it out. Bathrooms are quite expensive. I mean, showers, and to have that many of them. So I'm starting to tear down the different rooms. At first I'm thinking, oh, I'll keep this middle room, it's nice, it's fine. I do end up removing that room. I don't like the way it looks. Several of the girls end up sharing. Camilla is the only one that ends up with her own room. Oh, I'm a really big fan of feature walls, and I thought the kitchen needed to be a little bit nicer, a little bit more modern. Money is still a little bit of an issue. The girls aren't rich, they're living well above their means, which is very easy to fall into. Just putting in the final touches and the final one. I love all of the different cupboards you can get above the house. They all look really good. A really big dining room table. Yep, we're putting in a rug here in the living room, trying to spruce the place up a little bit. The colours seem a little bit boring and plain at the moment, but again, the girls will make the place their own as they keep going. Oh, here I am deciding that the girls would like a small fireplace, some nice chairs. They're quite modern, the girls are. I think they appreciate a bit more high-end furniture. You know, and those spa day chairs are absolutely perfect for it. Yeah, so I'm trying now to see what else I can fit in. And in the end, I decide I don't like the girls' bedrooms at all. I completely take out that bedroom. Yep, putting in some nice wood. I think it ends up looking much better without the extra bedrooms that are in there. It also saves quite a bit of money. So, yeah, I'm trying to make it work now, but I'm obviously going to have to get a big bunch of single beds now that the girls will all be living together. But I mean, I think it will add a nice component. The girls, although they may have a nice apartment, don't really have the money to, oh, you know, there's too many people living in the house for the number of rooms there are. They couldn't afford the apartment on their own the way they were kind of hoping they would, so they're all living together, you know, hoping to make a career work as a team. Even though we'll see how Camilla goes with the idea of working as a team, won't we? So now I've got a little bit more money and I'm thinking about furnishings, sprucing the place up a little bit. I really like those paintings that came with that set. Originally, I didn't realise that there were other patterns and colours under the original, and I absolutely avoided it. I just did not like it. I don't know any. I don't think I ever put that in any houses. And then one day I saw another simmer go and change the pattern. Oh, I felt like a complete idiot. Most things change patterns, and I just hadn't thought to change the pattern on that particular piece. Yeah, so I'm kind of sprucing the place up a little bit, you know. It's a modern place. These are girls, they're nice, they like expensive things. Not expensive, cheap things they can't really afford. More expensive items. So we're just putting in this. And I was thinking, well, what could I do with the rest of the space in the house? And I eventually decided that it would look really cool to add a sort of yoga studio in. So eventually I'm going to place some yoga mats. I spend a lot of time working on a feature wall to go behind it in the hopes of kind of making the place look a lot nicer. Yeah, here I am putting in the yoga mats. Although I don't like how muscular Sims get when they do yoga. You know, I like the idea of a nice toned body, but the Sims always end up really muscular from doing yoga, which I understand, but it does seem a little tiny bit excessive. Oh, I'm putting in counter spaces here. I realised I forgot a sink and it felt a little bit silly to kind of force a sink to work in. Oh no, I moved the sink. Oh, I thought I had completely forgotten the sink. I'm trying the sizing up option. Yeah, I think the sizing up looks quite good. It certainly tricks you into thinking there's a bigger TV there than there is. Although I'm not 100% sure if the picture shows up on the full screen or not. I think so, but I'm not 100% sure. So at this point I'm trying to come up with a feature to kind of go in the background that will look really nice. I ended up just going for those simple Sims 4 diamond silhouettes that make the place look really nice. So I really hope that you like the look of this place. I make a few more touches up before I end up finishing, but I really hope you enjoy the way the apartment build looks and that you are just as excited as me for when this Let's Play eventually starts, and that it does look as nice as I'm hoping it looks. Very much comfortable and laid back, and a lot of open spaces for entertaining. So thank you so much for watching my Sims 4 city living apartment build. I had a lot of fun building it, and I hope you enjoyed watching it just as much as I liked building it.